You.
And we are back. Shut your ass up. Damn, I'm trying to do an opener. And we're back with another episode of IDGAF where we simply
Don't give a fuck.
fuck your dog, fuck your chicken shits, and fuck you. Anyway.
Fuck your dead grandma, nigga.
That bitch, I shot in her grave fertilizer soil anyway, like I said. Yeah, we didn't have a podcast episode last week because we didn't have shit to talk about. I ain't gonna lie. Had not a damn thing to talk about. Today, we got something special for you. I don't even know about. Vaughn, take it away.
This topic was brought up to me by Ma Dukes. If you know who Ma Dukes
Shout out
is.
Ma. Shout out Ma. Shout out Ma.
So just fuck me, huh?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yep.
Carry on.
Thought that was obviously implied.
I hate both of you, but as I was saying.
And and shout out Sean for the mic so we can hear his ass clear now. Carry on now.
Yeah, big shout out.
I hate
Big
both
Sean.
of you. I hope you know that. But like I was saying, we're gonna my Dukes wanted us to do some deep conversations and gave us a suggestion where we would talk about growing up in a household with an absent father. And I know all of us can relate to that.
So all I'm gonna say, can I go first real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this: you're being very stereotypical right now. Because
He did say all of us.
I did not grow up, and I didn't. Huh?
He said us though. Everybody.
He said all of us. Yeah,
Yes.
I grew up with a father.
Like in the house.
For the most part, yeah.
Lucky
He
bitch.
didn't leave. He didn't leave until I was like 16.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. I was 15 at the time. But then even still, like he's been actively in my life.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say I grew up without a father.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Savon. I simply don't give a fuck. I basically raised myself, so I didn't really get in touch with mine until like last year, just because this is gonna sound fucked up. I realized his days is numbered, and I was like, fuck, I might as well talk to him while he's still on his earth for a
Hey,
little bit.
yo.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was
But I
the
mean-
only reason. And then
But
I
look at
stopped
it this
again.
way, right? That's not necessarily a negative thing, though. Talking to him because you know his days are numbered.
Exactly. I don't even got a gripe with him.
Everybody's days are numbered.
I don't got a gripe with him either. It's just that he wasn't there, so I really don't care. It's nothing to really. Oh well, he wasn't there. Oh well, I don't really know what to say about it. Yeah, go ahead, Savon. I can see this topic ain't gonna last that long.
I'm dead. Shit. Well, you can say my dad was there, but he wasn't there. Let's just say that. What I mean by that was, he
Dad
was.
watch this
I knew who
podcast?
he was. What?
Dad, watch this podcast or listen to the podcast.
I mean, this conversation was gonna have to be had anyway. So.
Got you.
Yeah, he was there, but he wasn't there. He was there for me financially and being in my life, but he wasn't active. If that makes sense. If that
He was there
makes sense.
financially and spiritually.
Pretty much. You know what I mean?
Got you.
It's to a point where as I got older, I felt like I couldn't go to him with certain things because I felt like I was always last on his priority list. That's how I felt. I felt like it was his stepkids and his wife, or no, his wife, his stepkids, her family, then me. That's how I felt growing up. Because, whenever I had events, he couldn't go. But whenever they had events, he was always there. So.
I got you.
That's understandable. Me, it wasn't really just my dad. It was like everybody. When my important days, I wasn't more important than everybody else. People didn't show up to that I didn't care about. It was rare, but compared to my little brothers, they show up to everything. They show up to everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can understand that. I don't even really have vague childhood memories with my dad. Because at one point it's just life happens, didn't really stain me as a. I can understand where you, but being put last is I never go through. If I ain't first, I ain't nothing. That's all it is.
I got you. I got you.
Don't get me
And
wrong.
then there's me not having anything to say.
I'm fucking dead. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my dad to death. I do. It's just, I mean, just growing up, I felt like I wasn't really that much of a priority. Granted, yeah, he was there financially. I mean, supporting wise, but other than that, it felt like he wasn't there.
I feel you.
Felt like an afterthought.
Listen, money
Pretty
cannot.
much.
Money is not everything. Just being there is enough.
Yeah, it's not.
But I can't.
I felt
don't really, being there financially, physically, or emotionally. Yeah. But then again, like I don't even remember. I don't even remember last time he was here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it was before I was a teenager. That I don't have no fucking.
I think that's the number one mistake as a parent, feeling like, oh, just because I provide for them, they feel like that's enough. That's definitely not enough.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, growing up, I mean, like they should know, like growing up. I mean, you go through a lot. You go through, physical. Some people go through physical trauma, emotional trauma, mental trauma, and then even the big milestones that kids feel like that are important, and they want their parents to be there and to recognize that, and they feel as if, oh, like, oh, you know, what I mean, I take care of you, I put a roof over your head, and all that stuff. That's enough. No, you're supposed to be there for that child emotionally, also.
100%. And funny because I actually have a story. I'm not gonna say any names. I don't want y'all to throw any out there. But
Oh,
girl
shit.
told me at her high school graduation, all dressed up, had everything on. It was time to graduate, and nobody from her family was there. Nobody came. She just sat outside
That's
watching.
foul.
She just sat outside watching everybody, family take pictures and congratulate them. She was sitting on the sidewalk crying. I was like, that's so fucked. Like,
Yeah, that's foul.
it's crazy how family could be either one of your biggest turnovers or one of your hardest to let go, or I can't really explain it. But like, somebody has this kind of branch off a little bit. Everybody has either a father figure or some type of figure in their life. Some people got none. I got hit with 2 people that showed me what I don't want to be in life. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. That happens sometimes. For real.
Like,
God used you as character development.
Yo, I feel like my whole life has been character development so far. Up to this point, yo. I'm wise as a bitch. Let me
Yo.
But yeah, bro.
Shit.
That when I was told it out, that shit was foul as hell. I was like, I mean, my mom and brother showed. That's about it though. I think my aunt did, but I heard she got kicked out for trying to rush on the stage to take pictures or something. I didn't get to see her.
I'm fucking dead.
But
well, at least you know she was there.
Oh hell yeah. Hold on, so I'm echoing down a little bit, big dog.
I don't know. Damn, where
Yeah, it's that thought. It's like the things that people do for me, like I will never forget, because I can count on my fingers who've done shit for me that I know I'm gonna get back to. It's not that big, so that's why I can remember it. It surprises me when people were there to support you. So, well, in my life at least, everybody else, like, that's just normal shit. Not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Savon, you told me some of your stories with your dad that I'm not gonna put out there because I'll let you to talk about it. I'm gonna say it in cold word, but I hope you want to talk about it.
Oh God.
Your corner. Can we talk about it, please? Please.
Oh shit.
Dude.
Oh fuck. All right. For those who don't know.
Sorry if I laugh.
Nigga, I laugh to this day. I fucking laugh to this
I'm sorry,
day.
that
Frankly,
was
when I
fucked.
I remember when I first told y'all, like it wasn't like it was more so like a moment like, oh shit, I never fucking noticed.
Yeah, I was
I
belly
never
over.
noticed it. Um, to my knowledge, not that I can remember, growing up with my father, I cannot remember having a bed in his house. I can't remember that. Um, so when we moved out from my grandmother's house and we got our new house, was I was living with him at first, and I still didn't have a bed, but I shared a room with uh 3 of my stepbrothers. Then I moved back with my mom, and I would visit my dad on the weekend. So on those weekends, I still didn't have a bed. So I would have to sleep on the floor in the hallway.
Which is sick for your
Um,
son coming over there every weekend. But that's just me. Not like surprise. No, it's been every weekend.
and during this time, like, not me, it was like I was still young, so I really didn't really fully understand what was going on. So I was just sitting there like, uh, it doesn't make sense for me to have a bed, because I don't live here. There's no point in me having one. So I never really understood what was going on. But as I got older and I started noticing the little shit, it just started to eat at me and, frustrate me. Noticing like, oh, when I would have hop team performances, he wasn't there. When I had the tie ceremony, he wasn't there. And when I had my tie ceremony, I found out my sister had a father and daughter dance, but he was there.
Same
And
day.
yeah, it was the same
Wow.
day. So
That's
it was that kind of gave me a wake up call. Like, okay, I see where I am on your priority list. Now this could be different for him. I don't know. Um, but I at that moment I knew. I was like, okay, I see where we're at, and I want nothing to do with this family. The only person I really actually am cool with, only people that I actually am cool with and actually conversate with, is my sister and my cousin Mikey. Those are the only two I really clicked with in that family. Everybody else, I felt like I was the outsider in the family. It felt like they accepted me because of my dad. Uh, what else? There was shit. There's been a lot of shit, you know, a lot. But that is the story of this nigga
But
said the corner.
nah. Because
That's
you said he gave you a corner you had to sleep in, and I was like, a corner? What the fuck? That nigga, that's your corner. You don't leave that corner.
I didn't say he gave me a corner. I
Oh.
said I slept in the corner.
You
'cause
said a
there was
hallway. That's the way.
a hallway. All right. So it's like when you go upstairs to where the bedrooms are, right?
Okay.
There's this big ass area.
Okay.
And on your right, you have 2 rooms, and then the main bedroom on the left.
Oh,
And
you
in
slept
between
the dead middle?
those, yeah.
Wow. What if somebody tripped over you to go to the bathroom? Yeah.
Shut up.
yo.
Oh
Stupid as
shit.
yo.
That's a bomb on my face.
But nah, when I did have like big moments, I never wanted to tell my dad because it was like, what was the point?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna cap. When I first got some, my mom found out before my dad knew.
Damn.
And frankly, she treated it more like a father would than my dad.
Hey yo.
That's something I always that's a bond have. I would never be able to click with him like that. That's just
Oh, I didn't tell her. She just knew. She just knew. That's the wild part. When I first started talking to Diamond, my dad didn't find out until what, 2 years later, and that was on my birthday, and I said she was there. He's like, "Who's that?" You know, and then my mom was like, "I mean, if you were more active, he would have told you about it."
Damn,
Like,
mom.
Ooh.
it was just so. It was just like, it was just like, why would I tell you about these moments in my life that?
Should have been
I
president.
mean, it really, exactly. Like, I feel like there's no point in me telling you. So he missed out a lot, and I feel like there's a lot he doesn't know about me because I literally separated myself from that family. Everyone. Sad it had to be that way, but you know, especially growing up as a kid in that household and feeling like you're the odd one out, that's especially when you got your brother's joke. I mean, granted now I know it was a joke, but then I took this serious as shit. When I came over and my stepbrother said, "You know, we took a vote for you to be here, right?" And I was like, "Wow." Granted, now I understand it was a joke, but it was just like, ugh.
Nah, I
That's a
feel you.
That
bad
was-
joke.
I think my dad did that with his thing now. Oh yeah, I just found out that man was married last year. I didn't even know that shit.
I was like, y'all took a vote, so that means y'all really truly didn't want me here. Got you.
Well, hold on. If they voted and
Here.
you were there, I think that would prove the opposite. They wanted
It's the
you
sad
there.
part
The
that
real-
they had to take a vote.
Real question
No,
is
yeah,
who
I
voted
get,
no.
don't get me wrong, I get what you're saying, but I mean, if you were there, I guess that means they did want you there.
True.
Yeah, but
True.
somebody in that
That is
bitch
true.
didn't want you there. The next question to find out is who. Because this shouldn't have
Exactly.
Because real rap, if everybody wanted to do that, it was
Ah,
not going to
shit.
be a vote. It's straightforward.
You got to pull a saw, Savon. You got to pull a saw to find out who didn't want you there and
Frankly,
make them
now,
suffer.
frankly, now it doesn't even bother. I don't even care now because it's just like,
I mean, I'd hope not.
because I understand. I got a mother that loves me to death, and that's enough for me. Granted, my siblings do get the fuck on my nerves sometimes, but I love them to death too.
Damn, then there's
My
my
siblings
ass over
flooded the
here.
house.
I love y'all guys too. All right, y'all my family. Blood don't make us no closer.
Facts.
Making me feel bad for having a
So
somewhat
Pharaoh the only one here with a
household.
stable family. He's the 1%.
You ain't shit.
Fucking queer. Stable family ass nigga.
Who are
I
you?
bet your dad
to be
loved
black
you,
with a
nigga.
stable family, nigga. You fucking
Yeah,
up a good stereotype.
I bet you got
nigga.
no
We ain't have
trauma.
a stable family.
Ah, fuck nigga. No trauma having ass nigga. Mom that
You
loves
fucking
you
up a
ass
good
nigga.
stereotype, nigga, not having family trauma, nigga.
I bet your
You
dad
ain't
came
shit.
back
That's
with
a good
milk, fucker.
stereotype.
Nigga, you smell like healthy family. That's what you smell like.
You smell like
Yo.
you smell like Full House, bitch. Everybody love you.
How fucking. Oh,
man.
shit.
I never thought I'd see the
Oh,
day I'd get flamed for having a healthy house.
Oh, shit. Ah, fuck.
Uh,
But nah, bro.
uh,
It was just a lot. You know what I mean? I understand. I mean, that happened because look who I am now. Granted, I don't like my attitude now. That kind of actually shaped my attitude now. I ain't gonna cap.
think your
Living
attitude's
in
bad.
that kind of. I feel like my attitude is just. It's not where it's supposed to be for my age. I'm supposed to be, you know. Frankly, I have a I don't give a fuck attitude. Like whatever happens, it happens. I don't give a fuck. I don't like having that attitude at times. I ain't gonna care because it takes the joy out of some events that happen. You know, because it feels like good events just feel like an ordinary day for me, and I feel like my attitude kind of fucks that up for me.
I feel it. Something good happens to me. I put that on God. Be like, yeah, that's God doing that shit.
Like getting into college, you know what I mean? I'm supposed to. My attitude fucked up that moment for me. graduating high school. That fucked up. That attitude fucked up that moment for me. Yeah. I just take everything like
Yeah.
when those are.
So, quick question. This is random, but was your dad there your middle school graduation or no?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna cap. I didn't even want to invite
Graduated.
him. I ain't even gonna cap.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Jameer
one-
felt
only
like, Jameer
nigga
felt like we were gonna come at him for it, so he had to beat us to the punch.
I said, fuck
My
it,
name
I'm
was
gonna
like-
come in myself. Fun fact for the audience: we met each other all in middle school, 6th grade at that. Still here kicking it. X
We don't
amount of
care.
Years later, you suck a dick.
We don't care.
On my dick.
He would say some more goofy shit when I'm drinking water.
Oh,
He never fails.
He just somehow knows. He has a pair of binoculars out his back door. He's taking a sip.
Like,
Make the
yeah.
joke. Make the joke.
Yeah, nigga, take that sip.
Yeah. Swallow.
Shit. Oh no, you different.
Bro, you need to go. You need to go with
Nah,
that
you
weird shit.
different, B.
You mad different, bro.
Well, we're talking about water.
Yeah. Nah, nigga, you know what you was talking
You
about.
know
You
what you
mad
said.
weird.
Water. Come
You know what you
on.
You
said.
mad weird, B.
It's
You
water.
mad weird, B.
Water. Y'all tripping, yo.
So, Pharaoh, your father not being in the house didn't impact you at all?
No, not really.
Damn.
Is
Over
he
here
still
not
keeping
having
contact with
fucked
him?
up family. Not having a fucked up family head ass.
Exactly. You know, my dad asked me when I first sat down with him to eat because he wanted to go
Yeah.
out for lunch. He said, "I bet you got a lot of questions for me." I said, "No, I don't actually. I don't even have one."
My nigga, like, I don't give a fuck.
I really didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I
shit.
already know why I came there. I came there to talk to you and see you, or you croak. That is really it.
Oh,
Didn't
wow.
have no questions, no animosity, no hatred towards you at whatsoever. At the end of the day, you're my dad by blood, but you're not a father. But
I felt that.
I'm still
Ooh.
gonna see you because at the end of the day, your time is limited. Everybody's is. Shit, I could go before you do. We never know, but at least we get to see each
Yeah,
other
big
right
fella. Yeah, big fella. So me and Pharaoh can split that life insurance.
with insurance. Anyway, like I was saying,
What insurance?
why would I pay to be alive? Shut the fuck
shit.
up. If I die, I'm dying, nigga.
Hey, yo,
Crazy.
this nigga.
What fuck I look
This
like?
nigga said, why would I
to
pay
alive?
to be
Shut the
alive?
fuck
Yo,
up.
who's
Why
me?
you say like that, though?
This nigga retarded. Yo, I swear. I'm fucking dead.
I'm already paying just to own a car. I'm paying 2 bills just to own the car. I'm paying for the car, and I'm paying
Facts.
just in case the car gets into something.
I'm fucking dead.
Like chance it gets into something, but if it does, I'm covered. But my insurance is gonna go up even higher if it's my fault. So, why the fuck would I pay to be alive? Kill me, bitch. I'm not doing it. Pull the plug.
And you know what's crazy, Jameer? It doesn't even necessarily have to be your fault for your insurance to go up. if we're
Exactly.
being
I'm not going
honest.
through all that shit.
Mm.
But
But if I ever got into a fender bender and it wasn't my fault, I'm gonna just be like, look, bro, I'm gonna level with you. My insurance is high as hell as is. If you want to keep it pushing with your life, and I'll pay out of my pocket to get this fixed, as long as no insurance gets involved, bro, I'm Gucci. You go on about your day. But
I'm crying.
I can't. I don't need to be going up. Oh, Savon, did I tell you about how my car insurance went up?
No. You never opened up to me.
So this is actually after I told Jameer, but this was after you left the call earlier. So when I initially signed up for my car insurance, right? My car insurance was supposed to be $375 a month. Crazy as hell, right? Now that was if I could provide proof that I took a driver defense course. Unfortunately, I didn't have the certificate anymore because I took it a couple years ago. So it went up to like $395. And
Damn.
I saw that. I was like, you know what? Whatever. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. So I decided I would just pay that a month. Now, I paid my car insurance either today or yesterday. And I got a notification today saying that my next bill statement is ready. So I'm like, all right, let's see what this is looking like. I open the app. and it says $505 for my next payment. Progressive has me 50 shades of fucked up if they think I'm about to pay $505 a month for car insurance. No, get out of here. Screw you. I'll drive around with no insurance. I'll drive around with no insurance before I pay that much.
My nigga, I ride dirty.
Bro, for all that money, bro, I walk about that Mustang. Fuck out of here.
I'm fucking dead.
Yo, you know how many people ride dirty nowadays? Like, what is the slim chance you get in an accident? Not saying it's a good idea. Like, it's just insurance is just a great way to start.
Pretty much.
Legalize robbing you. That's just
bitch ass insurance.
He said
legalized.
Insurance.
And then you know what makes it even worse, right? It's not even like you get a portion of that money back at the end of the year if you don't get any.
Oh, that shit is
and the accident.
Insurance is the biggest
like if you got
since extra.
Since cancer. So now let me stop.
I was gonna say 9/11.
Hey,
IDGAF, bitch ass niggas. I don't care.
Shit. This nigga said 9/11. Oh wow. Definitely gonna get some backlash for that one.
No, I don't. They only care about it when you have a voice and have a platform to say it on.
But we do. So
oh, we have a platform. It's just nobody really listening to it like that. That really cares. But let me have a name.
Back to Deadbeat Dead. So let me stop.
I mean, we could.
Hey yo.
Could. I mean, I don't have
my
no
dad
animosity.
wasn't a deadbeat.
Yeah, I don't think mine was. I don't have no animosity against. Found out that man was married. Then he said he tried to get me to be in his wedding, but he couldn't get through my mom, which I believe. Because you know, when it comes to, in all respect to all women, y'all are not the easy to talk to. Y'all are all bag. That's all it is.
Where's the lie though?
It's not a lie. It's not a lie at all. So I believe it. But to be honest with you, I don't know who to believe. I heard two things with different sides, but I'm gonna stay right in the middle and say I don't give a fuck. It's all cool. I really don't. But I believe it though. In general. It's
and you know your mother.
I don't have to know my mom. She's a woman.
I'm dead.
To it. So that might sound sexist, but listen, if you can't accept that, I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I don't care.
It sounds.
I don't care. I can start wilding right the fuck now. Don't test me. I don't care. Point is, everybody's a little difficult. That's just all it is to it.
That is true.
All it is to it. That's all I'm gonna say at that. End of the day, it's just time for people to grow up. Because time is something you can't get back. Can't get it back. It's just done. It's done.
Big facts.
Yeah, but I prefer nobody waste my money either. I can get that back, but I'd rather have more of it. I'd have more the next time the check comes.
Write a check before the baby comes. Who the fuck cares? So now let me stop. Hey, yo. So Jamir girl end up having a miscarriage. We know why.
Exactly.
Hold on, he's gonna make great.
Bae. I ain't bae.
Oh.
Yeah, listen.
My nigga said you're gonna make a great single mother.
Yeah, I agree. I was watching that skit today. I am.
Shit. My nigga said bae.
Actually,
I ain't your bae.
Time to dive into. Goddamn. Topic. Yeah, my bad words. Let's talk about. Say you with somebody, right? And they become wealthy. Things don't work out. Y'all divorce. How much do y'all think they should get if they didn't sign a prenup?
Without a prenup?
No. You want to go first, Savon, or you want me? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Savon on that one. I don't think they should get anything.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
If it's my money, then no, fuck off. It's
You
my
said
money.
they were there before you like
before you
became
blew up.
like
We're gonna
financial.
start there before you
Oh.
blew up.
Okay,
Before I blew up.
they.
I don't know. It depends.
25%.
25%.
In my opinion, it depends on what they did for me. Like if they helped me out through life, then yeah, they deserve a slice, right? But if they didn't do anything, then no, fuck that.
Because as y'all remember, Dr. Dre's wife divorced him, and the amount she wanted for certain things was outrageous, like $45,000 for entertainment. Like, bitch, are you about to watch a goddamn live opera 80 times? Cause what the fuck? But
This bitch about to watch Transformers live.
bro, she's about to be in the Transformers as she's watching it, yo. She about to own a goddamn Transformer, yo.
This bitch about to be on set.
That's what I'm saying. She been watching it before it even released. She went about the whole movie theater to watch one movie. But yo, listen.
She's sitting next to Michael Bay as he's directing it.
Yeah,
Big
real
facts.
rap. So here's what I think. I feel like it depends what she did in your lifetime. If she was there emotionally, physically through there, if she gave you some ideas, yeah, give her a slice. But how much of the slice is depending on what she did. In my opinion, she's there through the emotional damn. She was there for you when you was at your lowest and shit. I still wouldn't say 50-50 because she also didn't take the risk with you. She was there. I'd say about 30%.
That's what I said.
Or in there emotional. But even if you rich, that still should be that's enough for her. That's enough. 20 and 30%, that's enough. 50-50 is outrageous.
Fuck that.
That means you put in half the work for the company that they did.
I say 25%.
That's okay. Yeah. Anything else after that is outrageous.
No higher than 30%. Fuck anything.
Yep.
No,
that's
no
right.
higher than 30%.
Okay,
now if you joined in after, bitch, you don't deserve shit.
Oh hell no,
you don't deserve
get a
shit.
goddamn dime, in my opinion.
What you deserve a piece for?
You didn't do shit.
What Chris Rock say? When you go to the restaurant, you order a steak, and you leave, you ain't eating no more. Bitch, you don't deserve a steak. They don't owe you no steak after that. The fuck? No.
Honestly, where's the lie though?
You don't just because you marry someone wealthy doesn't mean you deserve a piece of their wealth if you didn't contribute.
Exactly. The crazy thing
like
is,
that.
Women is willing to fight for that because if you think about it, them leaving a wealthy person is probably the most life-changing thing ever because they're so used to all this high value shit they have to go back to a normal life after that. That's why they try to fight for a lot of that money. They don't want to go back to a normal life after that. I could understand it, but fuck it. You didn't put none of the work in. Fuck you.
Now, and then I also want to mention this too. I can't entirely blame the woman in the situation because prenups exist for that exact reason. And these men all go into these relationships and don't get a prenup.
It's that love phase.
Like,
fucking honeymoon bullshit phase.
Now, and then here's in my personal belief, I don't think you should get married in the honeymoon phase. If you're still in the honeymoon phase, don't get married. Because the honeymoon phase is where mistakes are made. Now, afterwards, if you still feel the same way, go for it. But don't get married in the honeymoon phase because you're going to do some dumb shit. And exactly.
I ain't talking about no 2 years.
Y'all need to have at least a few years under your belt before you talk about marriage or anything.
Bro, rap. How many years do you say minimum?
What, to get some money?
Get married.
I would say
at least 2 years.
Yeah, at least. At 2 years, at least.
At least
That's
2
fair.
years.
That's fair.
Yeah, I be hearing about some of these celebrities. They be talking about getting married in like 6 months after meeting them.
Yeah,
like, what? How can you get married to somebody in 6 months?
Now, I'm about to hit y'all asses with a crazy ass statistic. This shit is wild.
Oh shit.
So, 50% of all marriages end in divorce.
Oh, I already knew that.
I want y'all to guess what percent. Like, I want y'all to guess who initiates, like, what side initiates the divorce the most.
Women?
And I want y'all to guess what's the percent in the U.S.
78.
60.
Sparrow was the closest. It's 70% of
Ooh.
divorces are initiated by women. 70.
I guarantee if they sign that prenup, they'd still be married though.
That's wild. That's fucking wild, bruh. And these
That
are
is
the
wild.
top. And here are the top 3 reasons of why women get divorced.
Yeah.
Women are more likely.
Real quick, where are you getting your statistics?
Yeah, cite your work, nigga.
I just want to know.
The Whiteley Law Firm.
Where you on?
Yeah, it says 1, women are more likely to feel held back by the marriage. 2, women often take on more of the emotional burden. And 3, women no longer tolerate consistent, unacceptable behavior.
Okay, so let me break that down one by one. One, where you said they're no longer they feel held back. So basically, what I remember saying is, it was like it's always a problem when a female is unhappy in a relationship, and it's always the male's fault. Never the opposite, right? That's number one. Number two, what was number two again?
It was women are often to take on more of the emotional burden.
Oh yeah, 2, women are more emotional than men regardless. That is really it. A man being emotional, you will never see in front of a woman unless they're I'm not gonna say pussy, because that's not the right term. It's more they're more comfortable with you. They're more able to embrace them. A lot of men can't do that. You really can't. Women are just more emotional, 100% by their hormones and all that bullshit. 3, I can understand that, because you said they're most like wait, one more time, repeat number 3. I just know I agree with that.
Women no longer tolerate consistent, unacceptable behavior.
That's fair. Now, if you coming home, your shift at work ends at 6, and you coming home from work at 9 o'clock. The fuck you was doing for them couple hours, big dog? Feel me? Like, and then you're not answering your phone at them times. I can see certain inconsistent behaviors that you're not used to when you first started dating that automatically start happening will fuck up the relationship, especially the lack of communication. Communication is such a big one that's slept on so much, but it's so important. Communication is so important. Oh, and let me say it one more time for the people in the back. It is so important.
Sparrow?
What's up?
He said, "What's up?" He said, "I'm here."
No, I mean, he's pretty much said something, so I'm like,
so you pretty much agree with what he said.
yeah.
Got you. All right, so the whole idea of divorce, I get it, you know. But at the end of the day, you took vows. I mean, for better or for worse. Me, if I was to ever get married, she has to. I'm gonna pray for her now, cause whoever she is, I have mental mood swings. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I ain't even gonna cap to you. So you gonna have to deal with that. But
I wouldn't say deal with it, but at least what's the word? Let's cope with
tolerate.
it. Not even tolerate, that's the worst one. Let's cope with it.
I just feel like if I was to marry you, I have to have full what's the word I'm looking for? Confidence that it won't end a divorce. Because seeing this statistic, and if I was to be put in a situation where I am financially wealthy, I need to know that my shit is taken care of and no one will try to finesse me out of my money.
Yeah.
Getting a prenup signed, that's hard as shit because most women are gonna say no. Yep. And they're gonna sign it, but they're gonna try to put themselves through emotional duress where that shit can be thrown out in court. Two, I feel like there is no upside for marriage when it comes to men. Like there isn't. I ain't even gonna.
There's just a small chance you spend the rest of your life happy. That's
like even then, I see where is the benefit of a marriage for men. What's the
infinite
benefit?
pussy that you get used to.
No, nigga.
Like, nah.
No. You didn't hear.
Hey, yo.
Wait, who said that shit? Chris Rock. Chris Rock said it the best. Before you get married, you get pussy. I mean, that's that fucking
I
in
know
the
you're
back of
talking
your
about.
car.
Yup.
That's that fucking in the McDonald's bathroom. That's pussy. When you get married,
you get vagina.
Vagina. When you get married, nigga, you getting vagina. That's what you get. That's that. I'm gonna roll over and pull my panties to the side. That is vagina, my nigga.
That's kind of hot still. I'm sorry to tell you. But,
So
yeah.
I see no upside to get married. So the chances of me getting married, she has to be a very special person. I ain't even gonna cap to you.
I mean, that's the whole point of marriage, though. To find
That's
that
the
one.
point of marriage. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that's the point of marriage.
Like,
if she not special to you, you shouldn't be
me
marrying
personally, I can't date somebody needy. I need a girl that's on her grind, and I know if I leave her, she'll be fine. Or if she leave me, I mean, I know I'll be fine. But like, I know if you get what I'm saying, though. Like,
this nigga gonna be like, baby, I need you.
No, the fuck I won't. So anyway, like I was saying, though, like at the end of the day, you can't rely on somebody to hold you up. Stand on your own 2 feet. Go from there. Can't finding somebody else on their own 2 feet. Y'all shouldn't be able to lose a leg. You feel me? That'd be kind of crazy. Y'all both be able to stand together.
Look at my nigga out here spitting wisdom.
I got fucked over enough
he done,
to
he,
have a lot of wisdom.
That nigga done moved in. Hold on. That nigga done moved into his own place, and all of a sudden he wise as shit now.
Bro, cause
my nigga became godly when he got them keys.
Bro, I don't need, bro. I don't need a TV. I don't even need the couch, bro. I use my living room as a meditation room. I sit on that little blue carpet and just stare.
So we go pull up one day. He gonna be sitting in the living room. The door just gonna fly open. And then he be like, "I've been expecting you."
Huh? I'm like, listen here, Habib. Take your ass somewhere. We here for Jameer.
But nah, real shit. If hopefully one day when I actually do take off on the where I want to take in, and even if I don't, I'm gonna still be wealthy because I'm always gonna be moving up. I have never had the same job for a lot of years, so I always go for the pay increase. So my next stop is the trucker shit with my boy Sparrow. That's my next stop. Hopefully by the end of this year I'll be in that. I have a guaranteed job. Then I'm gonna leave because after 3 years I keep my shares in my company, so I'm gonna have shares in my company even if I leave after 3 years. So yeah, I mean, even I'm talking about if I get outlandish amount of money, I'm gonna have to have my wife sign a prenup. I'm sorry, I can love you all I want, but you sign this prenup. And if she's a very independent woman, she should have no problem doing that.
But here's the crazy part:
I keep my stuff.
There is a way for her to still get it cut, even if she signs a prenup.
And is that going to court and telling her there's emotional damage and I force her to do it?
No, it isn't.
How is that?
If she has proof that you have been cheating.
So basically, if you break the contract of your marriage,
pretty much.
The crazy part is, though, I would say who's stupid enough to break their contract about marriage, especially when traditional wedding values has the wife's dad pay for the wedding. That's when they gonna cheat. 'Cause I didn't pay for shit. Get another wedding, but I'm not saying that's the best thing to do. 'Cause that's just everybody's time. But also shout out my manager. He got married. He went to Disney World for his goddamn thing. Hopefully watching this podcast. Because if you're watching this podcast, I want you to know you a bitch. Because you left.
Oh my god.
You didn't even say nothing. You literally quit and didn't say nothing to nobody. People hit you up. You said nothing. You didn't get no goodbye. Nothing. But I wish you the best, my nigga. I really do. Since you're not my manager no more, I can call you a bitch. You a bitch? I wish you the best, bitch. I wish you the best.
Oh my god.
Also, shout out to Loud, because he actually recently went through a divorce and he was happy as a motherfucker. And I ain't never seen that man that damn happy. That man was at the top. At the top. He bought a house. He had some crazy ass stories I love to listen to. Man was living the best life. So
why don't we bring Loud onto the podcast?
I would love to. That man's just been busy with school. I actually have to text him too. I'm gonna check up on him because he doing healthy as shit. And I told him what he's doing was unhealthy. I'm over here giving another grown man advice older than me. I'm like, because he jumped right into a relationship after his goddamn divorce. I was like, that was not healthy at all. Out that I know. I have to learn one way. I said, I understand that, and I ain't gonna be able to be here. I'm not gonna say all learn differently. That's why I'm just this is my tip. Oh, drop my shit. They can't hear me. I dropped my controller. Yeah.
I got you.
Hold on.
But now,
hold on. I dropped my controller.
Hey, yo,
I unplugged this shit so the audience can still hear me, but y'all couldn't. But I was like, oh, let me not stop talking.
I was about to move on. I was like, oh, if you're not gonna say nothing, then let's not have this awkward silence here.
Nah. The crazy part is the audience can still hear me just with Joel, but yeah, I told him it was unhealthy, and but he gonna get through. The crazy part is his divorce. I don't want to put his stuff out there, but no one knows who he is. He knows who he is. Just his relationship was not going on. He said he was always getting blamed for stuff, and she was basically mentally abusive. And you don't never hear that from a man. You don't never hear that from a man. And there ain't nothing more you could do from physical pain. That dude that dude. I forgot. Was he from the army, or he was from something else? I don't know. Basically,
I'm pretty sure it's army.
Yeah, he worked for he's a big broad dude, so you can't hurt him physically because he's literally trained to kill. You can hurt him mentally. And that's something that's just gonna hurt. It's gonna hit somewhere different. So, and at one point you get tired of it and you move on. But I'm gonna tell you what makes this guy Loud a real man. Even though all of that shit was going down, even after I told him, yo, I got a prenup, he was like, nah. Even though we not together, I want the best for her, so I'm gonna still support her. I was like, you was a better man than me. Once you on my bad side, it's fuck you. And everybody you love. That's just all it is to it. But he said, I'm going to still support her. I still got love for her, even though we not together. I was like, that's a man that I cannot ever relate to. Better man than me.
Facts.
Yeah, man. It's just a whole different world. Whole different world, different shit, man. What is Elijah talking about?
Elijah things.
Remember the time he was talking about hanging kids from their toes?
Hey, yo, I don't think that's a conversation we should have on the podcast.
Shit, I ain't never heard of some tournament like that before.
But since we're on the topic of abuse and relationships and marriage and prenups,
bring it on. Amber Heard and
I want to talk.
Depp.
I want to been invested in for the past couple weeks.
That nigga been studying.
Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. I have been doing my studying, my research. I am probably like 1/3 through all of it, but we're gonna keep. I'm gonna just bring up what I've seen so far. Now, from what I've seen so far is basically pretty much stuff, but there are some other things. Of Johnny Depp's hit. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
All right. Now, basically, the this what I learned through this case is a lot about Johnny Depp's history and his past. Now, apparently, his dad was also in an abusive relationship with their mother, and their mother used to hit him and abuse him. Not only, abuse his dad not only physically but mentally as well. So that thing, watching his dad go through that, kind of, I wouldn't say forced him to go through it too, but like it was definitely a leading cause as to why he went through what he did with Amber Heard. Now, in my opinion, she 310% abused him in the relationship. But the court case isn't actually about the abuse. It's about the what's the word?
Defamation of character.
Yeah, thank you. It's the defamation. It's really just the defamation of character. So back in, I think it was 2018, or was it 2016? One of those years. Anyway, Amber Heard apparently posted an opinion piece in the Washington Post about a relationship she was in. Now, technically, she never mentioned Johnny in the opinion piece, but the time period she was quoting was obviously the time they were together.
Okay.
So because of that opinion piece, Johnny lost jobs, this, that, and the third. He lost a lot from it. And in fact, I believe the only company that kept him was Dior, which made me get mad respect for them. I actually might just go and get me some Dior cologne
Dior
with my
cologne.
next check.
Say
We'll
that.
see.
That
We'll
Dior
see.
cologne. Listen. I'm
My
a
nigga said-
fanatic for the cologne. So guess what? I'm a sample some of your stuff, and if I fuck with it, I got me some Dior.
hmm Now, back to what I was saying about the whole court case. Johnny has a lot of never properly gotten control of, if that makes sense. Like,
Gotcha.
honestly, if I gain one thing from what I've seen so far, Johnny genuinely needs therapy.
100%.
And it sucks because he's genuinely a great person. Like, but like I said, rent free. He took care of Amber's family, like her sister's boyfriend or friend or whoever the hell it was, so in his other houses and shit, rent free. Like, I could never. Now, not
Better
only
than
that,
me.
but he even took in his abusive mother and watched over that woman till the day she died. Like, moved her to LA, bought her a house, everything. Had nurses watching her 24/7 to make sure she was all in good health and everything. Like, he did everything for that woman. And it's not even like that man was directly involved. He was directly talking to the nurses and doctors himself. Like, he genuinely is a great person. But like I said, he just needs therapy, man. Like, he genuinely needs help. And in my opinion, the people he's been surrounded with weren't exactly any help because they knew he was being abused. And none of them spoke up or did anything about it until it was too late. And that right there, that does not sit right. Let's see, what else did I learn? Oh,
That's wild.
every witness they've had that talked about Johnny had nothing but good things to say about that man. None of them said anything bad about him. And that's honestly the fact. If all those people what I've seen so far, they've had his head of security come up as a witness. They've had his sister come up as a witness. They had his psychiatrist come up as a witness. And who else was there? There was one more. Fuck. I don't even know. It was a video call with the dude. It was a video call with some guy. But they've all said nothing but good things about Johnny. They even said that a lot of roles he got those roles because he was such a friendly person. Like, like a lot of producers enjoyed working with him because he was easy to work with and he was just friendly to everybody.
That's hard to come by in Hollywood.
That's exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But then,
I don't know why a lot of people were so shocked when they found out Johnny Depp did cocaine. Like,
now,
oh
yeah,
my god,
that's
a Hollywood actor does cocaine.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
that
come on
Hollywood
now.
life type shit that got him, and that's really what spiraled his downfall. that got him into this case was his drug addiction. And the crazy part
Mm-hmm.
is drugs really make you do some crazy ass shit, especially one as strong as cocaine. Like,
But you know what? But that's what's interesting though. So in the case, they always talk about him doing these drugs and stuff, right? But all the bad thing, like everything that they're trying to make is not what's happening. So he talks about doing these drugs, right, to like calm his nerves and whatnot, because that's what in his childhood he's seen his mother do. His mother took drugs to like relax her nerves or whatever, so that she wasn't, going out of her way and doing crazy shit. That's what he does. So everything that's transpired and shit wasn't actually directly a result of the drugs, if that makes sense.
taught to him from childhood,
Yeah, like
from his
they
that
were
he
talking
looked
about
up
how
to.
when him and Amber traveled or whatever, right? If they got into an argument, they would book an extra hotel room for him to go and run and hide it. Like, you're a grown man. Like, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm saying the fact that he still does that from his childhood is genuinely sad. Like,
Like he booked in the hotel
bro
room
needs help.
to like I
Like,
To
okay,
to
you know how as a child, when your parents were arguing, whatever, you would like your first response would be to like go hide somewhere or whatever, like stay out of their way.
okay.
That's what I'm like. He did that.
Damn, fucked up. Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then it's not even like when I say he's fucked up mentally, it's not like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's nothing that would like endanger anybody around him. Like I said, everybody who's been around him only had positive things to say about him. But it's just that like in terms of how to cope with himself, like how to deal with those emotions, he can't. He can't cope with those emotions
He
because he doesn't.
struggles.
He never properly learned how to.
Then
And then Amber, she went and abused that part of him. Like she knew damn well he didn't know how to react to certain things, but she
that's
went
like
and pushed him that far. Exactly. Like, and then
his messages and shit against him. Like, and I understand what he said was crazy, but this man was on a heavy drug. He was addicted.
bro.
She could have left at any moment, but she stayed. Not only did she stay, but she sat there and collected evidence just for the court case that she knew.
Hmm.
Because she had
And it's
audio
crazy
evidence, video
because
evidence.
all that evidence that she got, bro, backfired on her.
Yeah, because it was dead ass used against him for future reference. Like, she literally had to have him playing, bring this man to court beforehand.
Hmm. And then the other thing I find crazy is actually speaking of Dior, when she had found out he had a that Dior wanted to like have her I think it's sponsored, but have him model for them or whatever. She said he had no class and style. And bro, honestly, that was probably one of the funniest things about the court case. Besides the fact that her lawyers are a mess. Bro, when I say her lawyers are a mess, I've seen on multiple occasions on how they went and disproved something they were trying to prove.
Remember the dude, he tried to object his own question?
Bro,
I was like, yo, my man was trying to play both sides at once. He a double agent.
big facts. And honestly, I low key think it's because her lawyers are fans of Johnny Depp too.
Could be.
I can't see any other like how have you passed law school and you're this bad at being a lawyer? Like I could do better. And
Honestly,
you
I
could
don't
kind of
like
tell
Johnny
that her
Depp,
lawyers are desperate.
bro. Because if they win, they probably already get a lot of money. That's Johnny Depp. Like they're
Hmm.
at the same time, so it was really made to be plot against reference. Like that was literally the end
Hmm.
of it. It's not like
Yep.
it happened like a week. 100%. Dig into the psyche of somebody that truly loves you, trying to get help for you instead of supporting you doing, instead of you finding the solution problem.
Exactly.
Or leaving. If it's
And
too much for you, leave too.
like, if he was really abusive, then I feel like she could have said something a lot sooner. One of the tapes, one of the audio recordings they played was proof that she was abusing him, because she said that if I was abusing you, nobody would believe it
I heard
because you're quote
I
unquote
heard
so
that.
much. It was dead proof that she was abusing him. I don't know how anybody could think otherwise, but apparently it has to be a court case anyway.
And just to think, I wanted to fuck her after seeing Aquaman. She disgusts me.
that. I never did.
I'm dead.
Yes, say no.
Bro, genuinely, she is a picture definition of a narcissist. And then it's crazy because this actually isn't the first time. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Okay. No, my TV did a weird thing. And usually it only does that when my headset disconnects. But this isn't the first time she's been charged with abuse.
The first time.
So apparently in the early 2000s, she had a wife that she apparently abused.
Oh, she had a wife?
Yeah.
Oh, so she's bisexual.
Yeah.
Okay. For that.
She apparently abused her wife too. And I was like, so let me get this straight. She has a history of abusing her partners, yet y'all are surprised about her abusing Johnny? Like, I'm confused. And then that's what I was about to say. It's probably like the only thing I could think is because people would assume, oh, he's a man, he wouldn't be abused, or men can't be abused, which is complete and utter bullshit. Anybody with two brain cells that rub together know full well that's not always the case. Men and women equally can be abused, physically or mentally. Like I said, knowing Johnny's background, he definitely wasn't going to put his hands on her.
Yeah,
His father never did that. He's not going to do that. Like, he's genuinely he's a softie. Like, that's the only way to put it. He's a softie. And in this case,
play with mics.
What?
I'm like, you seen the way that man play with mics? That man like a child. That shit's entertaining to watch.
Hey yo. And it's honestly the most heartbreaking thing about this case is he said he'd never go back to Disney no matter how much money they offered him. So Captain Jack Sparrow is officially dead.
And that hurt, bro, because I got into that last year, bro. I got into that just last year.
Hurt.
I watched every single one last year to see how much of an art that was. And the fact that I won't be able to get another Captains of the Caribbean, or I like to say I don't care what.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's what I like to say, Caribbean.
He said Captains of the Caribbean.
Listen, I said the Caribbean. I was trying to say it right for y'all, but fuck y'all. I'm just trying. Like that shit was a work of art. That was his best character in my opinion. I loved it. It was like the humor in it was amazing. Amazing. The action was great. Storyline was but the action was great.
Yeah, the storyline for those movies are always like an incoherent mess, but the characters are so well written and everything, it doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
I enjoy the movies regardless.
And I'm gonna tell you all this: if there's no Captain Jack Sparrow, there's no Pirates of the Caribbean. There's just no way.
As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist.
I go back and watch the old ones, but if y'all make a new one and there's no Captain Jack Sparrow in it, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a chance. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm gonna go watch the old ones. But the point is, that guy is he. It's amazing how much of a great actor he is because he could become a whole different person. Like that's a whole character.
Exactly.
If he could just do that on the fly, and y'all gonna get rid of him, you know how much money he made y'all for no fuck out of here, y'all.
Now,
it's crazy when you see bad things happen.
I can't exactly blame Disney for dropping him, but the fact that they didn't even give him a chance at all is...
man, I've been playing games too long.
It's kind of foul, especially considering it's not like Disney's a small company or whatever, right? Disney is a huge company. I think they would have survived having Johnny on board for a little while just to make sure and prove that he was innocent, or in the case scenario he did do it, like just prove if he did it or not. I think they could have held on to him until then, but instead they dropped him immediately. And you know what? I can't even entirely blame Disney for it either. I blame Me Too, because the Me Too movement is why they were so quick to drop him. Bro, if the Me Too movement wasn't so cancerous as it is, like at first it started off as a genuine movement, right? And then it just devolved into this giant ball of retardedness. And honestly, it's the case for a lot of movements. Like Black Lives Matter, really? Like I said, it initially started as a genuine movement, but it then just devolves into retardedness. And then they just pull the black card like whenever. Same thing with the Me Too movement. Like, what's up?
They when movies actually meant something.
What?
Back during the Black Panther, during Martin Luther King marches, back during Crips, Bloods were actually paying for something.
Mm-hmm.
How it first started.
They all stood for something. Now they're just abusing their quote unquote power. Like, that's bullshit.
The crazy part is, like, if Disney just held on, like Netflix did for Dave Chappelle. Yeah, like simply they fuck with y'all thing. Y'all didn't hear nothing else about it ever since. To be honest, ain't nothing wrong with standing up the police. At the end of the day, that's just all. Like, she just came out saying this happened without evidence. You know how many times it comes out claiming evidence that people.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Shut up. Let's take the most recent Chris Brown alleged victim. Like said that Chris Brown raped her, right? And this is recent. He had receipts, voice memos, all that she said. I just want that dick again, yada yada yada. She was immediately whatever the fuck she was trying to say. That was it. Y'all just can't believe everything and anything she says. Now, do I say all women lie? No. But if they have an agenda, they will fucking lie because they know y'all dumb motherfuckers will. Now, let me go back to what Savon
That's what they did to Tupac.
Let me go back to what Savon said about Megan Thee Stallion. I believe that man shot, but I'm gonna tell you what I don't believe that she said. She said that him and her was not having a sexual relationship. That's why I feel like she lied at. That's why I know she lied.
My nigga, hold on. You focusing on the wrong thing, bro. You focusing on the wrong thing.
Hear me out. Because I'm just saying, it's like I feel like I believe this, but she lied here. Like, this is simple. Like, I feel like she didn't want the media to know that, but I genuinely think that shot her because obviously she's going to herself, and I don't think I feel like if somebody shot you, you're going to tell the people who shot you. At first, she was going to leave it alone. She didn't want no situation from the media or some shit. I also think it's kind of fishy. But at the end of the day, I really do think.
Why would he shoot her?
Short man mentality.
So you tell me he would shoot her because
he's making jokes.
First of all,
bro, let me stop you there. He has history of being aggressive. He has history of being aggressive when somebody making jokes.
Hey,
hold on. Let me finish my point real quick. For example, Jax the Rapper. He's a YouTube rapper. You know, not many people know about him. He raps really good. Tory Lanez had made a song saying he wishes somebody could be on his level, etc., calling out people, yada yada yada. Jax being Jax, he really is like, I'm better than you, etc., etc. Instead of having a response for that, Tory sends his goons to jump him at his concert and chase him around blocks. And there's video evidence on YouTube of Dax, like Tory Lanez pulls up to him in SUV, like, take it back, and Dax is out of breath. He's like, he's not about to run no more. He just apologized for it. That's what I mean.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, you mean to tell me this man lets you out of his truck after you asked to be out and then shoots at you? That makes sense?
Oh, but do you
Does that make sense?
Hold on. And hold on. I just want to throw this real and continue. The whole situation don't make sense.
It's retarded.
I don't know what the hell these clowns got to do. Like what? Really?
It's industry
For
bullshit.
what? Like it's stupid.
Now, let me tell you this. When I first heard it, it didn't make sense. The nigga let you out his car, shoots you, and then lets you back in the car.
Get back in the car.
That doesn't make sense. What?
He was definitely laid out on the ground.
No, nigga. He shot her, they got back in the car, and then they drove off. And then they got pulled over. That's what she said happens. Cause nigga, there was gunshots going off.
But if they drove off, right, how the hell the cops get there before they first time responders or whatever the fuck they call them not show up that fast? Hey, there's just no way.
Someone might have reported the vehicle. If a gunshot went off in a car, somebody could have reported, like somebody walking by or whatever.
Took a picture of the license plates, all the car and shit.
No, I mean, look, and once you look at a license plate, it's not hard to remember.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you take a picture of that. But
now the evidence that has been brought up points to her best friend, and I'm gonna tell you why. Gunshot residue found on her hand. Her DNA found on the gun. Tori's DNA isn't found on the gun. Witness said the gun flash went off closer to her best friend than it did to Tori. But like, do you need more? Like the fuck?
Yeah, what's the witness?
It was a person who said they was looking outside the window and they saw.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying
they were looking outside.
I'm gonna say what I'm telling you what
from
I think.
Outside into the car.
They can't look.
No,
to the
they
car.
were looking
that
from
SUV
their
is
window.
Fully dark black. That SUV is fully dark black.
And what the shot didn't go off in the car. It went outside. Megan was outside the car when she got shot.
Well, here's I'm gonna leave it at. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'll tell you what I thought. With my evidence, I already knew that already happened. I'm gonna leave it at that. We'll see what the hell come up. To be honest, this shit should have been over. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Megan gotta sell her album somehow. What Jadakiss tell 50 Cent?
The grass and do it. Pays off.
I don't know about that, big fella. Them albums ain't selling the same.
Everybody ain't lying forever.
What Jadakiss said? What Jadakiss said? You ain't get shot. So what's your next album about?
Ayo.
You joking, right?
I heard that line now.
All right. Huh?
I heard that line before.
Ah, well.
Listen, podcast here. Y'all for tuning in. Like.
Hold on, I want to say one more thing real quick. I want to say one more thing.
Oh wow! All right.
Fuck Amber Heard and anybody who supports her.
Megan Thee Stallion supports her. Sorry, let me stop.
Dumb as shit, yo. But yeah, fuck Amber Heard. She's an egotistical narcissist.
Got money, you could literally fuck any. Podcast.
If you don't like this podcast, you're Amber Heard supporter.
You support Amber Heard if you don't like this podcast.
Yeah, and Megan Thee Stallion.
I fucking hate you, yo. You had to put that in
Talking
there.
about Megan Thee Stallion.
Right, we out.